Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Try to get some of this stuff up there. In Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hung about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. It's a balance in favor of fair use. Hi, I'm doing a live right now.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a live right now.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I was dealing with it.
Okay. All right, so today we're going over this Matthew Beals. He's an ex-Indiana swim coach. Put trigger warning out for everyone. Let's put comments up here where I can be sure to see them. Without further ado, let's get this story on the road. I see, try to get one of the ones got the email first, because they had first sent me an email. And this is thanks to ourrescue.org. You send me this literature. Our Rescue supports Indiana CSAM investigation, which is child sexual abuse material. Earlier this year in Tipton County, a tip from an online platform led law enforcement to a former state employee, Matthew Beals, whose accounts allegedly contained dozens of images and videos depicting the exploitation of minors. Further investigation revealed a history of accessing and distributing this material over several years. Court documents state that Beals used the social media app's chat function to express interest in videos involving minors and acknowledged that the content included teenagers. He also identified himself by name and indicated that he worked in a state government role focused on procedures and policy, leveraging his position to gain trust. Across the country, law enforcement officers are working nonstop to confront the spread of child sex abuse material related crimes, but too often their ability to act quickly and efficiently is shaped by limited resources, evolving technology, and a sheer volume of cases. Going ahead and showing this email because they would like to be some people to donate to them so they can keep their work going. That is why partnership matters. Our rescue-funded digital forensics equipment was used to process and analyze evidence in these cases, helping to uncover the full scope of offenses and strengthen the cases for prosecution. Additionally, electronic storage detection (ESD) canine buck, sponsored by our rescue, assisted in the execution of search warrants tied to these cases. Canines like Buck are trained to ensure that key evidence is not overlooked and that child victims are identified. Child sex abuse material is not just a term, it's a real life sexual abuse and exploitation of children who often remain silent about their victimization until this evidence is found. It's a crime that is present in communities across the country, often hidden in plain sight. Addressing it requires continued investment in training, technology, and collaboration, ensuring that those on the front lines are equipped to respond as quickly and effectively as possible. Because every piece of evidence matters, and every step forward is an opportunity to save a child. So let's close this one out. And let's go to the next one. Hope everyone's having a great day. So now Scott, well, he's the former Indiana youth swim coach. Matthew Bills has been arrested and charged with 10 counts of child exploitation and possession of child sex abuse material. According to the local news anchor Angela Canote, last October, law enforcement received a tip that a user with the screen name Swim USA Dad was uploading child sex abuse material on the app Kick, K-I-K. After an investigation, detectives traced that account to Bills, who currently works at the State of Indiana Department of Administration. He don't know more now, okay? The charges are for alleged crimes that occurred between April and August of 2025. Police say they found 33 images and 26 videos of children being sexually abused. That includes a video of a child being raped. Police also allege that the account sent messages to other users on Kick talking about fetishes involving young children. One message says, "What is the youngest and oldest you have? I would love to see young ones," according to police records. Bill has two children. Bill's home was searched on November 20th, and he resigned his position with the state on December the 11th. He was arrested on Wednesday. Bill's LinkedIn profile says he worked at the Noblesville Swim Club from November 2016 through June 2017. He was last a USA Swimming member in 2017. He also managed the aquatic staff, including building a swimming program at Lifetime Fitness in Indianapolis from 2014 through 2016. And from 2007 through 2012 was the athletic director at the Sumter Family YMCA, where he says he assisted the YMCA swim team by coaching participants of 4 to 21 years old. Bills also posted frequently on social media about swimming, including that he intended to go to the 2024 U.S. Olympic trials in Indianapolis. So Bills is his last name, okay? Because his name is Matthew Bills. Bill's wife, who has not been implicated in any crimes, is a prominent figure in the local swimming community. There's no public record of Matthew Bills working for any of those programs, and those programs have confirmed to SwimSwam that he never worked there. Bills does not appear in the U.S. Center for Safe Sport database. Okay, so we go to the next one. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Yeah, I need to get this bigger. It's manipulated. Screen's getting too small. Sorry about that. So get that worked out. Please come in and say hello and hit the like and share. So the next one we go to is the Indiana employee CSAM arrest. And this was from the Fox59.com. This was February 4th. Got two other tidbits of information after this one. An employee with the state of Indiana resigned from his position after police allegedly found multiple files of child sex abuse material linked to his social media accounts. According to court documents from Tipton County, Tipton resident Matthew Bills has been charged with 5 counts of child exploitation, each a level 5 felony. 3 counts of possession of child sex abuse material, each a level 5 felony. 1 count of possession of child pornography, a level 6 felony. 1 count of possession of child sex abuse material, a level 6 felony. Y'all are going to end up getting mad what the judge has done, okay? But giving y'all forewarning, okay? According to court documents, officers with the Fishers Police Department received a cyber tip from Kick, stating a user had uploaded 3 files containing suspected child sex abuse material, including images of nude preteens and teens. The account, which was linked to Bills, had the username Swim Dad USA. The document stated that the IP address and the associated phone number were also linked to Bills. After a search at the Kick account, officials reported they found 33 images and 26 videos, most of which depicted nude females, both adults and children. The 2 images that did not depict nude females were reportedly pictures of Bills. In Kick's chat function, Bills reportedly said he liked to see videos of young'uns and said he knew the videos involved teens. The documents also stated that he identified himself by name and said that he's in the state government and on the procedure and policy side. The document said that Bills worked for the state of Indiana's Department of Administration at the time of the crime. Officials confirmed Bills was employed by the Department of Administration as a procurement specialist. Bill resigned from his position upon learning about the investigation into him. In November 2025, law enforcement conducted a search on Bill's home where they seized a cell phone and a laptop. The documents claim that more CSAM files were located on Bill's Telegram account. In an interview with Bills, the documents claim that he admitted to using a Kick account for 6 to 10 years and admitted to possession and disseminating child sex abuse material on the account. Bills reportedly said he had deleted the account and was not looking at child sex abuse material anymore. But no, it's a lie, According to court documents, an arrest warrant for Bills was issued on Wednesday in Tipton County. Hey there, Chris. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Better late than never. So now let's go to the first Facebook account. I almost clicked to invite somebody in here. Okay, so this is February the 27th. This was the first one. There's going to be a newer one, okay? But this one will make you mad also. This morning, the judge decided to let Matt Bills, who was charged with 10 counts of child exploitation and possession of child sex abuse material, out of jail and back to his community. Bills filed a petition on February 20th to be released on home detention until his trial in April. Today, the judge granted that request, just so you're all aware that he's no longer in jail. If anyone knows how I can let the judge know how dangerous and distasteful I think this is, please let me know. Edit to add. Hey there, Peggy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, girl. I spoke to the clerk, and she was very kind and let me know that we can email her and she'll pass it to the judge. No guarantee he will read it, but if you'd like to send your thoughts, there's a y'all might want to write this down because it's very important. Y'all might want to write the judge because it has still not been resolved, okay? So C. Crawford at Tipton County, Indiana.gov. Here it is. C. Crawford at Tipton County .in.gov. Edit to add. I just spoke to the corrections director, and she was also so incredibly kind. We have some great women working in both the clerks and corrections offices. She said they unfortunately follow the judge's orders when he grants pretrial release. So bills will be out today. It will have a GPS tracker. It has a multiple tamper detection points that will immediately alert 3 staff members if something is done. It will also have tracking on electronic devices that will monitor if he attempts to possess or distribute CSAM. I am incredibly disappointed that he will be released. I do feel better about hearing some of the ways he will be monitored. It is not the outcome I wanted, but I'm thankful there are people who don't mind taking the time to explain these things to their citizens. Okay, so now they're saying right here the order of the hearing. Gotta hang that up, sorry. Order of the hearing. So it goes on. It said released defendant appeared before the court for hearing this date. Hearing is held and concluded. The court finds that the defendant shall be placed on pretrial release, supervision level, home detention. Additional conditions: no access to internet, no cell phone with internet, not to be around minor children. The defendant is ordered to report immediately to the pretrial release office and to comply with the rules of the pretrial release program. There's a judicial right there. That's Thomas Lett. There's the notices there. Assignment to pretrial. Pretrial conference originally scheduled for April the 6th, 2026 at 9 a.m. was rescheduled for 10 a.m. Reason court's own motion. Then there's pretrial conference that was rescheduled. And then guess what? Then there's a session. Then there was a session right there. So let's go to the final thing, okay? This is crazy. Don't you agree with this? Hurry back, Chris. Yeah, he is. He is one sec. Okay, let me minimize the screen again. I hate when that keeps happening. It keeps messing with my settings. I hate that. That's one thing that they really need to fix on this site. Though when I go to these links to share, I don't need to change it. So here is, I need to close that out, sorry. Make it, minimize it a little bit, I guess. Okay. So I need to go back because I guess he cleared it out accidentally. Here we go. Letting you know that Judge Lett granted Matt Bills a delayed court hearing for his 10 counts of child exploitation and possession of child sex abuse materials. Bills is currently here in Tipton County on home detention, and since Judge Lett clearly does not care about the children in the community, he's totally fine with letting Bills be comfortable at home instead of rotting in a cell. Thank God Judge Lett isn't running for another term since he's a piece of actual human garbage, is what this person said. So if you take a look at this, promise to appear filed, March 5th, 2026. So we go on further down here, right? You see where it's rescheduled? Still haven't went to court yet. So May the 8th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Automated e-notice to parties, pretrial session. See how everything was rescheduled. I think this person's right. They like to check that judge's hard drive, right? The sentencing guidelines call for 8 years, and the prosecutor pleads the deal to 6 years, and the defendant agrees to the deal. Let would give him 3 years just to say he changed it. He's always been that way. And you know what's bad? Because he worked for the government. Is he getting away with this because he had worked for the government? That's why we need to write when we being people that they supposed to stand up for. We need to write and complain about this injustice being done. Yes, some of the videos that he had were of him messing with kids too. So there's also child possession, child sex abuse material, aggravating factor. So yeah, he's been on some of the videos himself. Okay, just letting y'all know. Hey, David, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. So we want to get this out about this, and also got a book's gonna be coming out. My next one about May, maybe this around the May 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, somewhere around then. So y'all keep watching for that, and want to get put a little bit more information in there that's different than the other books. Does have a little bit of something that's in other books, but then I dove more into a little bit of the sex abuse, a little bit of the trafficking, but I was still a little bit skittish on particularly naming names, but I did say some of the things I saw. But I do have to worry about uh, my life is at risk. You know, I've been getting warnings about somebody around to harm me. So please keep me in your prayers. I will do the best I could about getting the word out about these sickos, okay? And if anybody wants to come in and tell your story, and next month, I want to tell you it is foster care month, okay? So I hope that I get a lot of people that had to deal with living in the foster care system. I want to interview a lot of them. Kay Kaiser, which I had in here before, she's got the Faces of Foster Care 6th edition out there. I think she's reformatting the book now. Um, she's also did Kay's Carry-Ons, which y'all know what that. How many of y'all remember that? What that's about? Where she actually gets. When you leave foster care, a lot of times you leave with a garbage bag, okay? But she got it to where she don't want to leave with a garbage bag. She wants to leave with respectful and have a roll-on suitcase, a roll-on suitcase. So wherever they go, you know they're going to have that roll-on. And I'm for her. I'm for what she's trying to get out there. The aged out programs and everything. You are right. They are everywhere. Thank you so much. Um, a friend of mine had a discussion with him last night, and he said, "Well, he's been telling people, say, you know, Darlene J. Clark." And I said, "He said they said, yeah." He was telling them about my books and stuff. And like, she's a famous artist. I said, I don't want to be famous. You know, just want to get this out there. You know, the word. You know, I don't want to be popular, so to speak. Okay. But it ain't about popularity. It's about getting the message out there, okay? But in a safe way. But I'm not ashamed of nothing that I did get out there so far because it's got to be out there regardless, you know. If it puts me in danger in that way, but I don't want it in black and white, you know, written down formation, it's a little bit harder. Y'all know I do say that on some videos on some of the things that happened. So y'all bear with me, pray for me. And if y'all look at the URL at the very top, that is the that is for the border order in my book, Born to Live in Hell version 2.0. A lot of people are going to Amazon and purchasing Shattered Innocence, which was actually my second book. Born to Live in Hell version 2.0 is actually like my fourth or fifth book. And it's got a little bit more in that book than because version 2, I don't know if it's got all the self-help things in it or what, but it's a lot different. Okay, well, I want to say y'all stay safe. If y'all want to come on here and y'all talk about child abuse, this has still got a couple days left of April. This is Child Abuse Awareness Month. Hit me up. I'm glad to have a big conversation with some of y'all. Say God bless you and thank you.